I don't know how this will turn out. It's a story. Well, if that's any indication, huh? The story is this seat taken? It's a true story. It's my story. It goes like this. Here's me. And I was headed to a church. Well, I was on a bicycle, so I was going to a church. I passed by some bushes on the way to church, and I saw in the bushes a pack, 30 pack, but actually it was only 17 in it, of some alcoholic beverages. Well, since I collect cans, I have a little bag that I hold off to the side with all my stuff in it, and I always have a few bags that I ride with so I can collect cans while I'm riding. And so I grabbed that, and so I was riding. I also had my little harmonica. I like to play my harmonica while I ride, so I was kind of leaning forward at the time and stuff, and everything, playing my harmonica, and I had this big old 17 pack full of beverages riding along. So I'm riding along. Well, there was a street by the church, so I and a curb, and the little place where I could go, I don't know, little dent in the thing from the street I could go. There's a parking lot on this side and a parking lot on this side. Of course, here's your church and stuff, a little bit bigger, sort of everything. So as I was riding, I tried to come off this thing here. I stepped off my bike and pushing it onto the road. As I did that, this fell, shattering, and I had beverages rolling in the street and spraying everywhere. Well, maybe not that bad, but there was at least 2 spraying. So I picked them up, had the box off to the side here and the beverages, and cleaned them up. Actually, I had a hat on, and some earphones for my listening, or my mobile device that was in the bag. So anyways, I walked in, or I picked this up and everything, and I had to put all my cans in the bag, and there was a dumpster over here on the other side of the church area there, and I went and put the thing into the dumpster there. It was actually recycled, so that was good. It was a recycle bin and everything, so yeah, I put the cardboard in there. The cans I had dumped out onto the side here. Sorry, everybody. And I put the empty cans in my other bag and everything, filled that up. And so I put my bike over on this side, and I walked into the church. Keep in mind, I'm walking in, and I got my head on, my earphones, and then I got a shirt on. I got my shorts on. I got my shoes on. And so I walked in. Well, there was something going on inside the service and everything, and so I kind of stayed out for a minute. And I walked in after what was going on. I wouldn't interrupt. I walked into the back of the area where they had set up some chairs. So you've got your pews, you've got your pulpit. It's your pulpit or whatever, and all that, however all these churches are set up, and where everybody gives their teachings and everything or whatever. So anyways, in the back they had opened up this area so that they had chairs and stuff that was in the back there. And so I ended up coming in. A little guy here actually came in the side back door here, and the entrances and stuff to get into different places. So I came into the back area here. There was a person sitting here. There was a few things here and there, and this was all filled up, people everywhere and stuff back here. And there was a few empty chairs throughout, but not really without me having to go sit in. So this was the closest one to where I was to go and sit in the thing. So I walked in, and I didn't want to interrupt whoever was up here doing their thing, doing their thing or whatever and stuff. And so I said to the person here, "Is this seat taken?" I just wanted to, that's all I said. And I pointed to the seat right here, the one that was empty off to the end. Well, my plan is, if it was not taken, I was just going to pull it to the side into the corner and sit down and finish the service, or listen to the service, or the message, or whatever happens, and the singing and whatever is going on and stuff and everything. So when I asked that question, "Is this seat taken?" the answer here was yes. Well, I was gonna do that, but it wasn't a yelling at me. It was just a yes. Was it polite, friendly? Yes. Nothing mean, nothing rude. It wasn't a get out of my face or grabbing the chair back or anything. It's a polite, friendly yes. So what I did is I broke off communication, and I headed on out the door. Just kind of been thinking about that for about a few minutes before I started filming. For the fact is that when you go into some of these religious places, and you have your people that come, and yes, all these people are exactly like me. They walk through that door, and they need something in their life, and they're here for it. And some are, quote unquote, better than others, or however you want to look at in terms of religion as being non-zero and whatever this 100% or 100 whatever the goal is on your religion. Everybody's got their own little ways or whatever. So everybody starts down here, okay? And we walk in that door of that building, of whatever building you end up going into. You don't know. So you ask, "Is this seat taken?" And when that person says yes, well, to some, that can imply we have no room for you. Our seats are already full. You might see the empty seat, but we already have somebody to fill that spot, not you, so go on your way. Anyways, just a quick little story. It doesn't matter what religion you believe in. It doesn't matter if this is even about a religion. You can apply this to anything. You don't want to talk religion, you want to talk any religion, it doesn't matter. You apply this to any situation. When somebody's searching for something, and they're looking, and then they finally ask, and the words come out of their mouth, "Is this seat taken?" Yeah? No? If it is taken, there's no room. Yeah, get out of here. If it isn't, come on in. We'll welcome you with welcome arms, open arms, or whatever. This one, no thank you. Get out of here. Makes you think. Nothing against this person. That seat was taken. She came later to me when I was outside again and apologized and mentioned that the seat was taken, but it was actually never filled. You want to get into analogies and things like that. There you go. That seat was taken, but guess where? The person that was filling that seat was on the outside at that time. Expected to come back, but never did come back. So, during the remainder of that service, where I remained outside, and the seat never really did get filled. It was supposed to be filled by somebody who had it. That somebody left and never came back. That somebody stayed out there where I ended up being. We both were on the outside of what was going on in here. And that seat sat empty for the rest of that service. This has been 10 minutes of a story, and I thought I'd share. It doesn't really matter. Well, like I said, it doesn't matter. You can pick whatever religion you want, any symbols you want of any religions or whatever, and stuff. And see, I'm butchering all the symbols here, huh? And then you got all these other symbols or whatever, and you got then you want to talk about these symbols, huh? Don't forget our friendly upside down stars or whatever. And I mean, there's all sorts. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter. It could be one of these. Yep. It could be a AA. It could be AAA. Ha. There you go. Like I say, you can apply this to anything. When somebody's coming and that seat is not taken, and it's assumed taken. I'm applying this to Christian, to being looking for salvation in the Lord Jesus Christ and the God of our world and our heavens and earth. When somebody's searching for that, that's what I'm applying it to here. But it doesn't matter. You can apply it to anything, any religion. You wanna believe in a false religion. You wanna believe in a true religion. You wanna believe in earth-centric religion. You wanna believe in no religion. You wanna believe in anti-religion. You wanna believe. It doesn't matter. I can't even think of anything you wanna believe in, but it doesn't matter. Like I say, when you're searching, there you go. I just applied this to my experience and how it applied to a Christian experience here. Christians are known to be helpful. Christians are asked to spread the word, as being part of the lifestyle that we live. So that seat right there, that's the one you're looking at. This lady in this little part of her world had that one chance to say yes or no, it's not taken, sit down, you can have it, or whatever. But she said yes because it was, in her mind, already taken. Did anybody do anything wrong here? No. Did somebody get turned away? Maybe. Was it this person's fault here? Meaning me? Was it because of how I looked walking in there? Was it because of how I smelled walking in there? There's so many different factors. So, something to think about. Nothing to judge, because nobody did anything wrong. This person was out here for a legitimate reason. That seat was taken at a legitimate time, everything. I came in, asked, I went out. I didn't really miss a service as they had speakers on the outside I could hear. So, there's nothing negative about this experience. It's just made to think. Is this seat taken? No. There's always another seat. So, there you go.
Okay, as you can see, a church, and as you can see, a bunch of beer. Now, let me tell you the story. I do not have a vehicle that works, so I ride this piece of crap bike with no brakes that work right. In fact, the front brakes you can see here, they're metal right there, so no traction. I just replaced the tires. Now, as I go along, I usually put my stuff in a bag. I'm going to the library to work on my resume because I do not have a computer. So I have my stuff in here, my driver's license, all that stuff. Anyways, I take extra stuff so I can collect cans. Long story short, I found this big old thing in a bush stored. And it had that many cans in it, still full, minus this one Pepsi can over here, Diet Pepsi. So, as I'm heading over to this church to go talk to them, and I go off this little curb here, this whole container drops, and it sprays me with beer. Huh. So now, I have to go into that church reeking of beer, because it's about 2 miles to my home, and I'm not biking home to take a shower. Anyways, I was going to set these outside and take them home and empty them, but now I'm emptying them all out on the side of the road, so I can really smell like beer now when I'm going to go in. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm gonna have to take my double. I got a double one here so my stuff don't fall out. I don't know what I'll do. Anyways, I just wanted to show this as Murphy's Law, the way my life will go. If it goes, it will go. And of course, opening up, my whole hand is smelling like beer. And now I'm gonna have to walk into that church and go talk to the leadership and smelling like beer. I'm gonna have to describe why I reek like beer so much. And I don't think they're gonna believe that I just dumped out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cans of beer. But I'm doing it. And I smell like beer. And I'll be going into a Christian church here in a minute. So let's see how that fares out, huh? We'll see how that works. I'm not gonna film it, of course. It's my personal stuff that I'm going about. But this I did want to film because so often I will tell stories about my life that happens weird and some coincidental stuff. I already had one incident with some Christian representatives at my home where I had some beer cans outside of my home because I collect cans, of course, and and I didn't see them again. So now I'm going in here and I'm gonna be smelling like beer again. I don't know what to say. Murphy's Law, and the way my life goes, I don't know what you want to call it. But either way, now I've got a bunch of trash. At least this trash was a container. Now it's trash, and I've got to come up with a new container. So we'll figure out what we're doing. I'm not going to leave these here, of course. This is money for me. So this, not so much money for me. It's just garbage, so we'll find the trash for that. But that's money for me. So anyways, that's about it. Beer cans and Christian churches. The irony of life.